Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Mad Realms Talking Skritt. I'm your host, Jim, and we've mostly got a 3-week roundup of news with one big controversy regarding the trading post, but most of the news is primarily focused on the good old nostalgia train with the Season 2 re-release starting back up. But before we get into all that, I'll get to my fellow host for today's show. She is a fellow moderator on MMO Champion. She writes for MMORPG.com, and she streams a whole bunch of stuff. Say hello to Arlie.
Hi. Yay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't come up with a roar joke.
That's fine.
With the things, because it's just exhausting sometimes, because, well, talked about a 12-mile bike ride at the during the pre-show. You had to be there. Anywho, I suppose we should start with the big old nostalgia train thing. And this started May 25th with the return to Living World Season 2. Where, what was it? It was, I can't remember the name of the first 2 episodes, but they released the first 2 episodes of Season 2. Mm-hmm. So, Dry Top got released.
Yay.
Dry Top apparently is always a hoppin' map, but you've got a whole big set of meta achievements that are now available for for Season 2, episodes 1 through 4. I believe 3 and 4 released this past Tuesday. And if you miss it, it's not like it's gone. You don't have just a week to do it. It moves into the side stories category in your collections. So it's not like you're going to lose out on this. I myself have to actually start replaying the story to get through everything.
Yeah.
But the other stuff is like do events, collect materials. Like I know the first one is you have to mine 50 things, you have to cut down, you have to collect lumber 50 times, you have to collect herbs 50 times. You have to do 10 events. It's no big deal, but it's worth it.
I was going to say, are any of the achievements like particularly a pain to get? Just like as an example, with the saga completing some of the emote achievements, you had to originally craft all the weapons, which is a pain. Is there anything like that in it?
The only thing I can think of that is moderately painful is finding the llamas in the second half of Dry Top, which is currently bugged. Right. But the other thing is finding the llamas, we had to do that before we had both gliding and mounts. So now that we have gliding and mounts, getting around Dry Top is that much easier, and it's actually... Playing through Season 2 with mounts is going to be a very interesting thing to experience.
Yeah.
So, the issue with the llamas right now, there were a couple of llamas in the second half of Dry Top. If you already found them for the first set of achievements to find the llamas here, it's not possible to do right now because they're bugged. So if you get to the llamas, like you won't get credit for anything. Hat is saying that getting 10 chests in the Challenger Cliffs isn't hard. It's just the buried Zephyrite lockboxes do have issues with spawn rates in a general sense. It took me several sandstorms for the entirety of Dry Top to get all of the buried lockboxes. You have to get 10 in each of the areas.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, you're also getting stuff out of the lockboxes. And the meta achievement actually rewards you with a Packed Fleet weapon skin, which is a Black Lion weapon skin.
That's nice.
And apparently, if you already have all of those weapon skins, you have the choice of choosing I think 10 Mystic Coins.
Yeah. Well, then the other question I have is if for the achievements that overlap, that there's a parallel for the original one, if you didn't do that originally and you do it now, do you get credit for both? I'd imagine, because
they're completely different collections. Like, they're completely different achievements.
Right.
So I would imagine that if, you don't have to get them at all, it's just straight up a choice hat. Okay. So if you don't like any of the Packed Fleet weapon skins, you can just grab one. I'm actually gonna log on to the game right now and check, because I didn't look at because that's just the meta reward for episodes 1 and 2. of Season 2, is you get a
Right.
Pack Fleet weapon skin. I'm wondering if that's if you get another Pack Fleet weapon skin.
Yuri! Oh! Ow! Sorry.
Cat aggro.
Well, she was curled up and she moved, so she started sliding out of my leg and tried to catch herself with her nails.
With her claws, and then her claws went right into you.
Yeah. It's okay now. Sorry.
Why do I always log out in Lion's Arch? Why do I do this to myself?
Did you hate yourself?
Clearly. Like, that's clearly the issue here. But honestly, the rewards you get for doing the metas are fantastic. So let's see
That's
here.
good.
Achievements, bonus events, it's Return to the Dragon's Reach. Yes, another Packed Fleet weapon cache.
Okay.
Which I have to wonder if that's going to be for all of the Season 2 re-release.
Would make sense. Yeah.
So you get, and it's, what, there were 8 episodes?
I think 8. Yeah.
Story journal. 1, Gates of Maguma, Entanglement, Dragon's Reach 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yep, there are 8. So we have a possibility of getting 4 Black Lion weapon skins.
That's pretty
Out
awesome.
of this whole thing. Plus, the Return to Dragon's Reach is a 4-tier achievement. It's 10 Zephyrite lockpicks, which are needed for those buried lockboxes. 3 Mystic Coins, 300 Geodes, which are the map currency for Dry Top, and then the Packed Fleet weapon cache.
Cool.
Which makes me wonder if the second half is when we go to Silver Wastes.
I think so.
And it'll be Bandit It'll be Bandit lockpicks.
Yeah.
And then
I'm actually excited about that part because, like, Dry Top is fine. It's a fine zone, but I've never liked it that much. Silver Waste I've always really loved. And, like, especially the things that they added to it later, like the Vine Wrath fight that wasn't originally in it, and the chest maze that you can do with the hounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn into the little orbs
Pac-Man.
of light, and yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I really enjoy all of those, so I'm looking forward to that.
Especially when Silver Waste is just gonna be like crazy busy. Which is,
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed it so much during Lunar New Year, because there are actual people running the map again.
right, getting the maximum luck. I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. I've always I'm just waiting for people to start asking for ports to the Silver Waste jumping puzzle and then complaining because they can't loot the chest. Yeah, the Silver Waste jumping puzzle was the first one that introduced the checkpoint system.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly.
Wait, no, there is one in the original part of the game that has it. There's the elements and stuff, and you have to collect the different things.
I can't remember the name
That
of that.
different essences.
In the garden.
Yeah, I have no idea. All right, you need to get down. Sorry.
just too much with the dagger feet, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I guess it kind of did, but at the very that was stuff you had to go get, whereas the checkpoints you just have to be near to activate them. But I still I remember that being fun. I remember figuring that out with you guys, and that was actually a whole lot of fun to get through.
Yeah, I don't remember really any of it anymore. It's been so long. I'm sure if I went back and started doing it, it'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's just what? Isn't there a random ship out there, in a cave?
The Skritt underground are building a ship, but they don't really understand how to build a ship, so they're building it upside down, basically.
Yeah, and literally as you were saying that, Krista was saying, it's they're building it upside down, and I'm just like, clearly y'all both remember this more than I do. But the Silver Waste I'm looking forward to, because the Silver Waste, I know we had it for what felt like
a long time.
7 years, the entirety of what was that?
Well, wait, it was I was saying it was just a
half.
year, but I think it was more 15 months or something like that.
It felt like 7. Do you not? Hey, chill.
We have all kinds of animal aggro going on today.
he shuffles his way out of the room. But the Silver Waste is a fantastic zone to test builds in.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a lot more frantic. I suppose it's a really good zone to test builds to see if they're ready for Heart of Thorns.
Mm-hmm.
Because Heart of Thorns maps are not nearly as forgiving as Core or Path of Fire maps.
Yeah.
Even after they toned things down, because oh my god, the Mordrum on release, holy shit, like that was awful.
Mm-hmm.
But that's I'm looking forward to that. But
yeah.
you haven't started going back into doing your season 2 stuff, have you?
No, I've just been too busy with like life and work things that I haven't even been able to start on it.
Yes.
The sniper frogs.
The sniper frogs.
Man, those guys piss me off so much.
Wait, no, bring that over here. We ordered new pillows, and I hope this actually shows up well on screen. Mm-hmm. Because, or is that going to read back? Yeah, it's going to read back. It says, "Dear Naps, I'm sorry I'm sorry I hated you as a kid."
That's adorable.
Take the box, it's heavy. But yeah, I tell my nieces and nephews, just like, enjoy your naps now. You will miss them. Mm-hmm. I do.
One day you will miss them.
But yes, sniper frogs. God, people are gonna be complaining about how hard the Heart of Thorns maps are, and we're just gonna laugh and laugh. I will have zero remorse. Anyway.
I don't think it will be as bad now because of all the other elite specs and stuff and
like
whatnot.
scope, like power creep for players, yeah.
Yeah, and even just having mounts to get around the Heart of Thorns maps makes it so much easier.
Yeah. But you have any further thoughts on the re-release? Like, I haven't started doing it yet either, but I've done the open world map stuff. I think I have to harvest some more herbs, and then I have to go do the actual story chapters. But it's really, really easy to get this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, half of the meta is just doing the chapters.
Yeah, I'm super, super looking forward to it, especially because I think at the end of, if you do all of the metas, you get a precursor for one of the new legendaries, which is awesome.
I hope it comes out as like a ticket so that I can hold on to it and wait and see what all the new legendaries look like.
Well, this is the way I'm hoping that they'll do it too, because it wouldn't make sense for them to be just like, oh, here's this whatever weapon, or even if they based it on whatever character you completed it on, that still wouldn't be a great way to do it. I feel like the best way to do it would be to make it a choosy box and let people pick which precursor they want.
Oh wait, it's a legendary amulet? I thought it was an ascended amulet.
No, it's a legendary amulet too.
Well, especially that's amazing, especially considering we're getting like the armory is confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay then.
Yep.
Well, that's gonna be great. Any further thoughts on that?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay. Well then, we're gonna move on and like cool things down a little bit and get back into some Icebrood Saga style with the Ice Reaver Armor Set. I don't know if it's still on sale, but they introduced the chest and the leggings into the gem store individually, which I have a problem with. But,
yeah.
You could get the whole set. Like, it is a full 6-piece set now.
Yay. Guess.
But I sit here, like, it looks cool. The gauntlets are a little extra for me. Like, that's just a little... Like, that's my biggest problem with a lot of, like, heavy armor-looking stuff, is that the gauntlets are just gigantic.
Right.
Like, I got away from World of Warcraft for a reason.
My problem is, like, the helm, the way that shading is on, like, the forehead, it makes it look like it's a beak in that image. Like, it's sticking out and is a beak.
I think that's the case, Like, I think
Oh,
it's
is
just
it?
an exceptionally tall helm. Like, I think the two slits you see are the eye slits. So, like, that beak you see is, like, the
Right.
nose piece. And then everything
Mm-hmm.
else is just, like, popping off with, like, giant
Yeah.
ice crystal stuff. For the low price of an old gem store set, you can now buy a single piece of a new set. Exactly, Hat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're, like, 400 or 500 a piece. And, like, the Phalanx set, I think, is, like, 700 or 800. Okay, so maybe it's a little exaggerating to say that it's one piece, but like 2 pieces of this set or an entire like original armor set from the gem store.
Right.
And that's my biggest problem is this is the first full armor set that we've gotten on the gem store in forever.
Wait, is it actual armor or just skin?
It's skin pieces, but like
Okay.
it's an actual full cohesive all 6 slots armor set. Meanwhile, we have other stuff like, what was it, the Mordrum set, where it was just like helm, shoulders, gloves, boots. Like they've been skipping the chest piece and the leggings for a lot of these things. So that's just one of the things that I'm sitting here like kind of annoyed because...
Okay. I'm sorry, I just noticed something else now that I looked at it. So you mentioned on the helm, those slits are like the eye. So then my brain looked down at the belt and like those 2 slits look like eyes now, and then the chain looks like a smiley face.
God, I appreciate the branding on this.
And now I can't stop seeing it.
I'll read the whole thing later. Apparently the branding is done really well on the rest of the box too, instead of just the deer naps bit.
Okay.
But yeah, like yeah, you have a smiley face for your crotch then. Yay!
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 Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just, it looks very Frost DK.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like an armor design lifted straight from Wrath of the Lich King.
With extra ice on it.
I'm not throwing shade on the ANET armor designers. It's just
No.
like Wrath of the Lich King is when I was the most active playing World of Warcraft, so like it's gonna sit with me for a while, probably until I die. But yeah, that like that is my kind of complaint here, is that we've got this full armor set, but it costs like 3 times the amount of other armor sets that were on the gem store, and you have to buy all the pieces individually.
Right.
And I feel like even if they do ever put it up for as like a full like 6-piece bundle, it's not going to be the same price as like Phalanx or Primeval.
No, that wouldn't make sense. Because then that would be like a punch to the face of everybody who bought it individually ahead of time, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, well, I mean, that's the problem. Like the other side of the marketing is that like they've been releasing non-complete sets, so like they keep releasing these pieces steadily over time, and it's just like, oh, I don't know if they're going to finish this set. I better buy this now, and it's kind of shady. Like it's if they knew they were going to do the whole set, just release the whole Goram set.
Yeah.
But other than my problems around it, the set looks cool. I honestly actually like the chest piece and the leggings because they look bulky, but not like crazily so. So that'd be pretty solid for anybody you want to look very like suited up, if you want somebody to be in like cold weather heavy armor kind of stuff going.
Right.
2,620 gems for the full set with the 3 of the pieces currently discounted. Are you serious? Okay.
That's a lot of
like,
gems.
It's not like I don't believe you, Hat, but I'm going to log on right now to verify that, because holy shit, that is ridiculous.
Like, it doesn't... I was thinking, like, does it do something like legendary armor does when you enter combat or something?
Yeah, like I was going to be like, does it have... Does it have particle effects? Like, because that's the price of one of... Well, they don't do it anymore because they're, what, 1,600 gems for the premium mounts anymore?
Well, that was usually discounted. The premium mounts were usually 2,000 full price.
Okay, so we go hit the O to the Black Lion Trading Company. Why am I in Eye of the North, where I'll have
Because
justice?
you were complaining about Lion's Arch.
Yeah, and then I, log out in a place that's the exact same problem. Style
Yeah,
category.
so that is a fair point. You are getting, like, not just one armor set, you're getting 3.
Technically,
because you're getting one
yes.
for each weight.
Helm. Where's the rest of it? I don't see the chest and the legs anymore. Oh wait, no, there it is. They're just not all actually together. They have they do have a particle effect. It does have like frost and little snowflakes coming off.
Okay.
So let's see here. 500 for the chest and legs, so that's 1,000. And then full price, 500 for the gauntlets, so that's 1,500. The boots are 400, so that's 19. The pauldrons are 500, so that's 24. And the helm is another 500, so that's 2,900. And that's minus... Currently the gauntlets, the greaves, and the pauldrons are 100, 200, and 80 off, so it's 280 off. Yeah, 2620.
Yeah.
And not including the cape. Oh, there's a cape.
Uh-oh.
The cape is apparently no longer for sale.
Oh.
But yeah, that's, I mean, I can't disagree with you that you are technically getting 3 sets of armor. But it's not like they look any different.
Right.
So you are technically buying just 1 set of armor.
Wait, there's no difference in the general look for the different weights like there normally is? Oh.
It's the same thing as any of the others, like the meta stuff that you get, where it's just a single skin and you unlock it and you get 3 weights for it.
Right. But like even like the bladed armor and the
But the bladed armor was actually 3 distinct sets.
Right, but they're all like similar in style, but they all have a distinctive look. Like,
yeah. No, this is.
I don't like it when each weight set looks basically the same. Like that's just defeats the whole thing behind different weight sets, you know?
Yeah, that's I mean, at this point, it's one of those may as well have been an outfit kind of things, which.
I mean,
again, we've all been sitting here complaining about outfits not being armor pieces, but at the same time, like, maybe this is what they were doing. Like, this was originally an outfit, and they're like, wait a second, what if we give this to people in pieces?
And then they can choose what parts of it they want, because that's what people always say they want.
That's what I was just saying, is like, the chest and the leggings, I think, look good. So... Maybe this is what we've been asking for the longest time, is this was an outfit, and they're like, wait, no. Split that all apart.
Right.
So, I guess it just, if people want the whole thing, you're actually losing out.
Yeah.
But okay, sure. We'll go from there. Do you have any further comments on that, Arlie?
No.
Okay.
I can't stop seeing the smiley face, though.
The smiley face on the...
Yep.
Yeah, that's, I'm gonna just put that away. Transfer back to the main page so we don't have to look at that anymore.
It's like it's staring at me.
It doesn't need to stare at us anymore. But, the next story is, actually taking us to the Edge of the Mists. To changes being made in the Edge of the Mists arena.
Ooh.
From Cal Cohen on the official Guild Wars 2 forums. Hi everyone, we've made a few additions to the Edge of the Mists arena that will go live in the May 25th release, and we wanted to give a brief overview of what those changes look like. The Mists, and now if I recall correctly, the Mists arena is an area in the Edge of the Mists that was made for like Guild versus Guild stuff. Oh, excuse me. Because the Mist Arena was originally built as a more accessible space for players looking to self-organize structured fights using WV skill balance, but the lack of team selection has always limited its usefulness. This won't be a problem moving forward, as we're adding the ability for players to manually select and switch between two different teams in the Mist Arena. The new flow of the Mist Arena island looks like this. Upon teleporting to the island, players are automatically switched onto a new team for spectators. This team is friendly to the two combatant teams and cannot enter the arena floor. Spectators who attempt to enter the arena will simply be teleported back to the team selection area. On the edge of the arena are flags that players can interact with to freely switch between the Mist Arena teams. Players on either of the combat teams will be able to enter the arena floor. Leaving the island will revert players back to their original WW team. We've also added a transformation option for spectators, which removes their skills and allows them to float above the battlefield to get a better view of the action. This transformation is forced to maintain a certain height above the arena floor, and players in this transformation will be invisible to combatants inside the arena. This is available by interacting with a flag in the same area as team selection. It's a small set of changes, but our players will no longer be dependent on their Edge of the Mist team placement when looking to fight in the Mist Arena.
Yeah.
That's really cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I think that they can do to improve upon that is to make it instanced. Like, just take that whole thing and lock it behind a portal. Because then you can only... And, like, if you put, like, a password system onto it, kind of like the private PvP stuff, is you can then have, like, full-on, like, whole team things. Like, and lock people and, like, go that way. That's cool. Like, that's a really good step forward for large-scale, like, structured fights. I like it.
That's exciting.
I don't know what it would be used for, because I'm not a person who wants to organize large-scale structured fights like that, but it's cool.
I'm sure there's people out there who, like, who are really into WW and stuff who would find some interesting things to do with it.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see, like, Teapot and Hardstuck making use of it a lot. So, yeah, that's great. So that's live right now. That went live a week and a half ago.
Catching up on all the news while we were busy with things.
Life. Being adults. Which sucks. Never become an adult. Anybody that's watching, just avoid it.
Anybody who ever tells you to grow up, say no.
Yeah, just refuse to grow up.
Just say no.
Just stay 17 for the rest of your life.
Please don't.
She says, Krista says,
At
please
least
don't.
at 26.
26? Oh, right, yeah. Finish your the development of your frontal lobe.
Oh.
Your brain doesn't finish developing until you hit 25, so.
Yeah.
But sadly, that is well into being an adult. Anyway, you were saying?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all important.
But any further thoughts on this bit before we move on to quite possibly one of the large... Well, actually, you know what? I'll save that for the meat of this. I'm going to go to the actual patch notes for the May 25th. But, like, do you have any thoughts here before we move on?
Nope.
Cool. So, moving on to patch notes, since we already got one of the big things that got thrown in. The patch that released on May 25th primarily launched the Return to the Living World story. A special series of events focusing on previous Living World story chapters is beginning this week, with spotlight on the first two episodes of Season 2, Gates of Maguma and Entanglement. Check them out to earn special bonus rewards for playing those episode stories, and maps through new achievements. Completing multiple sets of event achievements across the Living World story will progress the Seasons of the Dragons meta achievement, with some legendary rewards available. Next week we'll move on to episodes 3 and 4 of Season 2, which is currently... That's what went live this past Tuesday. Taimi and Gorik are setting up a lab in the Eye of the North. If you've completed episode 5 of the Icebreed Saga, check in with them for the latest information. So, we've got progression moving on to End of Dragons going on here. For the duration of each episode's special event, that episode will be free to purchase in the gem store, and an instant unlock will be mailed directly to you. So if you are missing anything from seasons 2, 3, or 4, you're going to be able to get it right now. Well, not right now, but throughout the course of all of this, you'll be able to. But when will then become now? The meta achievement Seasons of the Dragons has been added to the current events achievement category. If you miss a week or need to wait to experience the story, don't worry, the achievements are permanent. Look for achievements from previous weeks in the side stories category in the achievements tab in your here. So they're permanent. So even if you miss this and you start playing like with End of Dragons, if you go ahead and you buy the season, like the season 2, 3, and 4 story packs, you have all this extra stuff you can get, which just makes buying the story even more enticing because of all the stuff you get per story.
Right.
Because, like, what, Maudry was from all of Season 2? Ascended Backpiece. Along with a bunch of extra stuff.
Yeah, there's still, like, 2 story episodes that I need to get the last few achievements out of to finish up that.
I'm missing an achievement from, at the very least, Gates of Maguma. So, I need to go back and do that. Achievements related to portal invasions in Central Tyria have been moved from current events category to their own new category, Portal Panic. The Survey on Subjects of Importance 2 achievement has been moved from current events to the Roller Beetle Racing category. Updated map completion rewards for all expansion maps to be consistent with current design standards. Map completion in all level 80 zones now requires the character to be level 80 to earn maximum level rewards. Apparently you were getting level 80 rewards for not level 80 characters if it was a level 80 map. Go figure. It fixed an issue that allowed the Destroyer of the Crystal Fields to be stunned when entering the battlefield, causing it to stall before fighting back. That was a DRM boss. Fixed an issue that would cause the final battle of the Fireheart Rise Dragon response mission to stall if Brand's health bar was depleted during sections of the fight. I've dealt with this. I actually dealt with this. So you know the point where you have to hit his break bar? If you instead drop his HP to 0, he goes back to being, like, he does the voice lines for, like, going back to, you know, fighting the Frost Legion General. But he never actually does. And he never goes to break the invulnerability shield.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So the entire thing just completely stalls out. So I know exactly how that feels to deal with. Raid bug fixes. Bastion of the Penitent fixed a bug in which Samurag would inconsistently pull spears across the room throughout the fight. Mithrite Gambit fixed a bug in which certain mechanics would fail to initiate in phases 3 and 4 of the Twin Largos encounter. Well, that'd be weird. And then there's a giant thing, a profession skills follow-up for the other mega patch that happened. Let's see here. Scrapper quickness builds. Kinetic accelerators trait for Scrapper. Increase the duration of applied quickness from 2 seconds to 2.5 seconds in all game modes. Let's see here. Guardian. We're watching how... This is important to me. We're watching how the recent changes to Guardian traits have impacted play, and we're pleased with how the recent tuning of the Firebrand's burst damage has worked out. To help ease the lost burst potential, we're adding a very minor amount of additional condition damage into Power of the Virtuous, which is the Grandmaster minor trait in the Virtue trait line, which now gives you... it gave you 10% of your vitality into condition damage, and now it's 13%. Mesmer mantra changes. Winds of Chaos. They gave bonus damage to Ranger, to Soul Beasts, because Sikkim took out a lot of their damage.
Yeah.
Keep nerfing Soul Beasts, it's fine. Hey, when I did my first 4 placement matches, and I still have to do the rest of my placement matches. I'm still only 3-1 for this season. But, well, they were all good matches so far. I'm actually pretty happy about that. But, I cannot wrap my head around Soul Beast or Druid. So, like, I am currently 0 for 2 in Ranger Elite specs. Like, I've come to terms with, like, every Elite spec for every other profession, but, like, Ranger, nope. Like, my brain just cannot click it. It's just not for me.
I'm the same way with Ranger. I tried both elite specs and I was like, no, not at all.
Yeah. Damage reduction nerfs to Revenant. Corruption, demonic resistance, reduced strike damage taken from 33 to 20% in PvE. Devastation, battle scars, base healing reduced by 1/3 in PvE only. Unsuspecting strikes, reduced bonus damage from 25% to 20%. Determined resolution, reduced strike damage taken from 15% to 10% in all game modes.
Okay.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of, like, tank reduction in Revenant.
Right.
Thief. Deadeye's performance is especially strong in PvE as a con D damage roll. At the moment, specific pistol skills are overperforming due to recent improvements to condition damage and thief traits. We're excited to see Deadeye get more play, and we'll make tuning adjustments as necessary in future updates to ensure that both it and Daredevil have strong damage builds available with a variety of weapons. Shadow Strike. Reduced applied torment from 4 stacks to 2 stacks in PvE only. I believe Shadow Strike is the main hand stealth hit for Thief, but I could be entirely wrong. I see Age in chat. He can yell at me in text if I'm getting this all wrong. Repeater, increased initiative cost from 2 to 3, reduced duration of applied bleeding from 4 seconds to 3 seconds. Actually, no, I think I'm not sure. Sneak attack, reduced applied bleeding duration of 6 seconds to 5 seconds in PvE only. This now matches the duration of PvE. Okay. Just a bunch of nerfs for pistol, and then the sneak attack, bleeding damage reduced for, or bleeding duration reduced for Deadeye.
Right.
The Black Lion Trading Company Gem Store, again, Gem Store says, hey, episodes 1 and 2 are free. And we do have one big crazy thing that showed up. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna have to go here and like interact with stuff on YouTube real quick. Loop. Okay, we can close that and I can transition that over. Because the huge manatee.
Yay! He's so cute.
The Mossback Skimmer skin is available in the style category for 1,600 gems. It may no longer be available. I don't know.
Oh, no.
This was
Did
from
I
May
miss it?
25th. Well, again, I suppose I could go ahead and pop on over into it, but like, is it
I
just?
will say. Go ahead.
Well, is it just me, or does the Skimmer get like the most interesting skins?
Yeah, it really does.
Because like it got a goddamn demon, like a literal like beholder, and now it's a manatee, and it was a hummingbird, which I think the hummingbird is available right now.
Oh.
And
cool.
a sea turtle. Thank you, dear.
Yes. What I was gonna say, I really like the manatee and stuff, and it looks awesome underwater, but it's kind of weird above water.
Well, the Skimmer in a
it's
general
not.
sense is kind of weird above water.
Yeah. It just looks particularly funny with like this big old manatee, like, I'm floating above the water.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like it.
As I wait for... My computer is crying because I'm streaming and playing the video and, like, also logging into Guild Wars 2 to try and see if it's still available.
I was gonna say, I should have logged into it to check for you.
That's okay. I have it installed on my SSD for a reason.
Okay. I'm gonna say, my computer's not doing much.
It's still available.
It is. How much is that one?
1,600.
Okay. Not bad.
It's like the moss has little moss flowers in it. Little purple moss flowers. I have no idea what the dye channels on it are, but I'm going to assume it has 4 distinct dye channels.
Normally. Yeah. Probably one of them is the rains thing.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Manatees get heavy flashlings due to their armor. I guess they had to have a propellant somehow, right?
Yeah.
The Black Lion chest has been updated to the Starborn chest and can be previewed. The Battle Hardened kit returns as the guaranteed item, which I think is just exotic gear. The Starborn Cape and the Mossback Skimmer are the uncommon drops. I got the Starborn Cape, which will be used as the thumbnail for this video, which is a cape that looks like a starfield. It's kind of cool. I cannot really say what character I would want to use it on, but it looks neat. So, But I'm not going to talk too much about the Black Lion chest because loot boxes are bleh.
Yeah.
But do you have any further comments on the manatee, or are you going to pick that one up?
I'd like to. I don't know if I'm going to, just because, money.
Having to justify buying it when you're not exactly playing Guild Wars 2 as much.
Yeah, right now. I mean, I want to. I still have the drive to play. It's just I haven't had the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still haven't done, I don't even remember what it is that you do to make it so that your skimmer can swim underwater.
You have to do a collection.
At some point.
You have to do a quest, and then you have to have 8 Path of Fire mastery points.
Oh, well.
Because it tacks on to the end of the skimmer mastery line.
Oh.
I still have to get I have it unlocked. I just have 0 Path of Fire mastery points, and I have to go do that.
Right.
But
shoot. Yeah, because I'm actually pretty close to maxing out Path of Fire. Now I just need to go get more mastery points. Same thing with Heart of Thorns. Everything's on the last step. I just need to get more mastery points.
I at the very least have Heart of Thorns done.
Well, you're better than me.
I don't know about better, but anyway, are we ready to get on to the heavy topic for the week?
Oh, geez. Okay.
Okay, so strap in, folks. This is a doozy. When this got posted into our links thing, this was still a
it was like months ago.
Breaking
originally.
story that was just stuff that was just coming out, but has, I believe, Arlie, you said has since been confirmed that this is a thing.
Yeah.
The TP Baron Cassiano banned for duping / suspected RMTs. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab the thread that Arlie dropped in our links channel. Drop that here in chat, and it's also going to be in the comments for YouTube. Posted by Reddit user Dan Days. Hello, Reddit. We are making this post as a follow-up to Cassiano's overflow and exchange bans. Cassiano has been permanently banned from both of our communities, and we assume Guild Wars 2. And this is from the subreddit r/GW2 Exchange.
Right.
I'm assuming both Exchange and Overflow are large, basically stock market communities for the Guild Wars trading post. We have strong circumstantial evidence to suggest Cassiano has duped 30+ million gold, roughly $2 million if purchased with gems, worth of high-value items, and evidence that he is involved in gold selling / real money trading. We were initially made aware of the duping situation after Cassiano accidentally flashed his private guild bank on his May 4th stream. After the accidental reveal, he spent the next hour trying to play it off, saying he needed to delete the VOD. He did, which unsurprisingly only brought more attention to the issue, that is the Streisand effect, and raised our suspicions. So there are several imager links that start here. I'm not going to show them on here, but he had, if I remember correctly, there are a lot of stacks of high-value items showing up in here.
Yeah. Not just high value items, but also high value items that take a lot of time, money, whatever to obtain. You know,
stuff that if you got the drops legitimately, you would not have stacks of these items. It's just not possible. The 3 images. You are looking at roughly 33 million gold worth of items, 500 Connor infusions, 1,750 Black Lion exclusive chests, and thousands of Chalk egg sacks, queen bees, etc. The reason why the 500 Connors and 1,750 Black Lion exclusive chests are significant is because there isn't anywhere near that quantity of items floating around in the game. even if Cassiano were the mother of all whales, spending literally millions of dollars on the game, it simply wouldn't be possible for him to obtain these items because they do not exist. So, the Connor infusion, I believe, is something that can drop out of the chest in Grothmar Valley. Correct?
Yeah, I think that's right.
So let's see here. Wiki, guildwars2.com. Connor infusion. Let's see if that actually shows up here. Nope. Connor's, let's go with flame. I don't know what the actual item is. Come on, Wiki, you can do it. Nope, that's not it. Gained from the chest at the end of the Gauntlet of the Connor jumping puzzle. I believe Gauntlet of the Connor is the jumping puzzle that you have to get into. Yep, that's Grothmar Valley. Chest. As I have to wiki dive to find this proper item. Nope, that's not it. GW2 Connor infusion. Heart of the Connor. That's it. A super rare drop from the recovered Char artifact. Contains relics from the Vault of the Connor. Do we have drop rates? The Heart of the Connor is super rare. We don't seem to have... purportedly, the January 19th patch for this year increased the drop rate significantly. But it is still an incredible... It is super rare tier. 500 Connor infusions. So it's understand, like, yeah, sure, the Grothmar Valley has been in the game since, it's been a year now ish.
I thought it was more than that.
It might be more than, I can't remember, but like more than a year. But that would require a lot of people to be running that every day, and then all of those to actually go up on the trading post. So, items not existing in the game. We've come to the conclusion that, beyond any reasonable doubt, Cassiano or someone associated with him duped those items, and that there was/is some kind of item dupe in Guild Wars 2. We do not know how this item dupe is accomplished, only that it seems to exist. It is very likely many of the items duped are still circulating in the game through hundreds to thousands of players. Part 2. Cassiano's association with an RMT guild. In September and October of 2020, we had evidence of a few guilds being involved in and promoting RMT activity on their guild discords. Some members of these guilds were active traders in the Overflow Discord and Guild Wars 2 Exchange subreddit. We made the decision to ban the leaders of these communities. We then received evidence that Noip, the NOYP, the guild Cassiano leads, is also involved in RMT. Some screenshots from the other RMT guilds were sent to show Noip engaging in RMT through their Facebook guild group and on their Discord. When a decision came to blacklist him in the Overflow Trading Discord, the response was met with the huge Mystic coin walls that appeared in November. This also led to infusions being sold to the buy orders to crash the market. Unfortunately, during our investigation in regards to his RMT situation, we were unable to confirm his involvement, as all evidence submitted did not directly include him engaging in RMT, but rather a guild leader leading a blind eye with no knowledge. He was subsequently taken out of the blacklist, and more Mystic coin walls were placed to further push prices upwards. So I'm going to assume it was just market manipulation for people who had crap tons of Mystic coins.
Yeah. Which
Mystic coins are currently, I think you can't even sell a whole stack. There aren't buy orders for an entire stack anymore. I was trying to sell, I think it was like 40. Like, they're like 2 gold a pop per Mystic coin right now. It's ridiculous. Part 3, the gold dupe. Unrelated to Cassiano, we were also aware of a gold dupe that may or may not have been fixed, and that we were able to successfully reproduce. We had submitted multiple tickets with evidence of and the steps on how to perform the gold dupe to ANET roughly a year ago now. We do not know whether or not this is still active, as it is not easy to test, but it is allegedly unfixed as of a couple months ago. With the instability of the Mystic Coins over the last few days, Mystic Coins will take some time before they stabilize. However, we still advise players to trade and do deals with caution until prices normalize. Don't forget, always be cautious and always stay safe and happy trading. The Overflow Trading Company and the Guild Wars 2 Exchange staff team. So, that is the background on all of this. The next bit is posted from a Twitter that we link an awful lot here, the Gamers Giving Back Twitter.
Yep.
Which, this is a bit that sucks for them because it's primarily involving their toga party. And this is from Iron Maiden. Message screenshotted from their Discord, posted on Gamers Giving Back Twitter. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Many of you have heard about the news from this morning regarding the player who is suspected of duplicating infusions and real money trading. This person has donated legendary weapons to us. Some are in our possession, and some were given away at this year's MS Toga party. To ensure that these legendary weapons are not affected, we will not be using them as prizes until ArenaNet verifies them and tells us that we are safe to give them away without ramifications. If you want a legendary weapon at the MS Toga party and are concerned, you can reach out to ArenaNet customer service here to see if any action needs to be taken. And then Ian links the contact for the Guild Wars support team. Currently, there is little information available. ArenaNet will not be able to confirm or tell us specific information, as there are privacy laws at play here. Please do not ask ArenaNet CS about the other players' information, including if they were banned, as they will not be able to legally provide the answer. We are keeping an eye on the situation. If any additional information comes to light that affects GGB or this community, we will keep you all updated as best we can. Please do not spread false information or induce panic on this or other communities. We hope that everyone can understand our caution. Thank you for being part of our community. So that wonderful toga party that they did,
Yeah.
ruined. Kind of shadow over like what people were doing for like.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
and it sucks. Like, I think there was later. I don't think I linked it, but I'm pretty sure ArenaNet did confirm that anybody who got a legendary through one of those giveaways that was not legitimately obtained by the person it originated with, the person who has it wouldn't be banned. I think they
Right.
finally did confirm that.
Well,
But
it
there
would-
was, well, I was gonna say there was a definite time there where it was a question, because like if you win it in like a charity giveaway thing, you'd have no idea where it came
Right.
from. The people giving away likely win it, especially if somebody else gave it to them. Why would they know? So it put a lot of people at risk. It reminded me of like way back when oh, I forget, there was a duo who used to put out music for Guild Wars 2 and stuff, that like it was a fan thing, and they got banned, and one of them was really pissed and posted and stuff, and it ended up being that I don't remember, his brother or boyfriend, whoever that she did stuff with, he had illegally obtained gold and used that to get her something that she wanted, and because she got something from his account, they thought they both were in it and they both got banned.
Oh. Okay.
Which is a common thing, because like that's a not uncommon way to get things through. So it was a legitimate concern, but I'm fairly certain at this point that ArenaNet has said that they're not going to take action on people who have links that are just like that.
Yeah.
That it
it's
went
just
through
like,
this like known charity giveaway thing.
it was successfully laundered.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Basically.
it kind of sucks to say it like that, but that's the case.
Right. Yeah. And like he or she, I have no idea, whatever. The person who was doing this was really prolific, because my understanding is they've donated multiple legendaries
Yeah.
over a long period of time to multiple kind of giveaways. So
Yeah. My biggest problem with this is why?
I know.
Like why? What's the point?
Get to be a baller and be like, I'm awesome.
Yeah, but okay, so if you find, and this is me talking selfish here, like being completely self-serving here. You find an item that you can basically print as many items as possible. Why the hell are you gonna leave evidence where it can be seen, even so much as accidentally? Like that's the whole the whole thing that tipped all this off is the fact that he accidentally showed a private guild storage.
Right.
Like, and here's the bloody knife I used to stab her.
You're right. Yeah.
And that's just the other side is like you do this in like if you're gonna do something like this, you do it in small batches. You make sure that like it can't be like you just don't draw attention to yourself like that. But on top of that, like the second reason my why is so plaintive is like it's a goddamn video game. Like it's flipping pixels, man. If you're okay, this slight tangent, but I've talked before how I like playing idle games. One of the longest form ones that I know is called Trimps. There is a community around a script for it called Auto Trimps that automates a large portion of the game. I have attempted to play this game 4 times. The first 3 times I started using auto trimps at various points in the progression, and like a month after starting to use that, I lost all interest in the game because there was nothing that was no longer challenging.
Right.
Like there was no thought process because the script figured out things for me.
Right.
The 4th time I tried, I'm like, clearly I like the game because I keep trying to play it. Stay away from auto trims, and I've been playing for I think a solid 2.5 years at this point.
Oh wow.
Just every time, like at this point I'm at the very edge of new content. I log onto the test server whenever the dev is working on a new build. I help with stuff, like I can't do too much with helping with the new stuff because I don't have as much time to test as some of the more ardent players, but you know, I do my part. But like I would imagine that the people who enjoy doing the whole TP Baron thing there's a challenge in it.
Right.
Like you have to be able to like predict market trends, to be there with the supply when the demand shows up, to get out when the getting's good, that kind of stuff. So like being able to dupe items in gold just completely makes the game within the game pointless.
Well, I think it's also the feeling of getting away with something, you know, like that you've got something nobody knows and that you've done this and you've gotten away with it, kind of thing, and you keep doing it, and eventually, you know, it's the same as in real life, like with people who do small things and then they're like, oh, that was fun, so they escalate, and eventually, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like in my head, it's still like, yeah, maybe if you were like gaining money in the real world by like duping something, like you can do something with that. What are you gonna do with 500 Heart of the Conor infusions in Guild Wars 2, the video game?
Like the only thing I could really think of is, wait, they're not soulbound, right?
No, you can sell them.
No. Okay. So I would think like slowly over time you would have a consistent and easy way to get money, because obviously if you dumped that many out the trading post at once, that would
Like, if you
basically.
just, like, oh, I have 2 stacks of Heart of the Conner, let me just list all of those on the trading post. It's
Right.
like, then people will know immediately. So it's just, like,
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, just, like, keep 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then when one sells, you put the next one up. And then if you get down to 1, you use your little cheaty cheat, and now you have 4 again. So,
Yeah.
like, instead of going out to farm it or to buy it from somebody else, you just have your own little teeny tiny pile, and you just, like, you don't need 500.
Yep. Like I said, I really think it gets down to the feeling of getting away with something and putting something over on people.
Yeah, it's
an ego thing.
it's one of, like, the thing that I look at is, like, how can someone so obviously intelligent that you can, like, be a TP
Figure this
baron,
out.
you
Yeah.
can figure out the economy of a game, but also be so stupid.
Arrogance. Like,
So that's my whole takeaway on this whole thing, and it's just
Yep.
the fact that we're dealing with a ripple effect in the community
mhm.
annoys
Yeah,
me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say was the most interesting thing about all of it. Like, yeah, it's kind of amazing to the extent that he did ship, but like, what is amazing to me is the ripple effect of how it affected other people, and suddenly everybody else had to worry about things because so many people, like, legitimately had no idea what he was doing, you know?
Yeah. But I suppose that's my rant on it. Do you have any further thoughts other than that?
No, other than don't cheat at games, like,
Question mark?
right?
Like, why is this a problem?
Why is this something that needs to be said, I guess?
I don't know. It just is for some reason. But, you know, we're talking about the community, and there's actually good stuff in the community to report on for this week's
Yay.
Community Corner. And the first piece of Community Corner is wait, hat, and now for something completely different. Monty Python's wait, I can't finish that. We might get DMCA'd.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Community Corner, and actually in Community Corner, first up is actually the Guild Wars 2 Twitter in Community Corner with the hashtag Guild Wars GW2 info, which it's a whole thread that they're adding to with, like, stuff to do. And I'll admit I used the hashtag myself the second I saw it. I should have actually paid attention to it because their second tweet was about /wiki. Which I tweeted about 4 hours after they tweeted that.
Oh, you.
But to which I replied to my own tweet is like, okay, yeah, I totally missed that they tweeted it. It's still the best feature in any MMO I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
the idea that you can /wiki search, and apparently, like, you shift click an item into after /wiki, and it will take you straight to that item page.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's just the same as putting it in chat general. Like,
Like,
yep.
I absolutely love that. This hashtag is great. I kind of wish this stuff was compiled into the game. Like, /wiki absolutely needs to be in the game somehow.
Right.
But the hashtag guild, the GW2 info, like that, the GW2 info hashtag is at the moment pretty damn nice. Like, it's got stuff for people who need to learn about it.
Right.
That's not the best way. That's not the best sentence I've ever said, but, like, like, it's good. Like, it's good inventory. It's good information for you. I highly recommend just giving it a look and just checking out everything that comes through it. Noxy Green Rose is, however, saying there is no green rose dye. That's some info right there. The game doesn't even tell you about the compact TP view code. I don't know about the compact TP view code.
What?
Oh, I think that's who's the head of the Black Lion Company? What's his name?
Oh,
char.
Evan Ashblade?
I was it I am Evan Nashblade, and it gives you a compact view of the TP.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a literal TP cheat code or
Oh
something.
my god.
Hang on. GBA2 TP I am Evan Nashblade. I am Evan Nashblade mode.
Huh.
If you type in I am Evan Nashblade as a as a sentence, case sensitive, so capital I and then capital E and G.
And you have like spaces between the words and everything?
Yep, like a full sentence, you know, proper naming conventions and everything. It compacts the icons and makes everything into a more list form. And then you turn it off by typing it again.
Well then.
Yeah. So there's that too. That's actually not in the Guild Wars 2 info. At least not from the official account.
Yeah.
But that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So Guild Wars 2 info, check it out. And then we've got one other bit of Community Corner is we've got a song for Dragon Bash.
Yay.
From Metallics, aka Alex on Twitter. The Dragon Bash Boogie for Dragon Bash 2021. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but
Yeah, I just saw it like a minute before the show, unfortunately.
But like, we've got people writing fan music for the game, so like, good on ya.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no further comment on that. Is there anything you'd like to bring to the table that we didn't talk about, or any further thoughts on any of the other stuff we've talked about?
No, I did just start playing a little of that Boogie, and it's very kind of like metal-ish. It's kind of cool.
Well, considering their tag is Metallics.
Yes, they could have gone a different way.
A polka.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right, after show. I'll remember.
Okay. So I suppose that's a really good time to transition into into doing the actual after show stuff. So Arlie, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Arlie82. Yay.
Huzzah! And you can find my dumb face on Twitter at MalthanusMMO. You can also find me on this channel live Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays we do group game shenanigans, which Arlie, I would absolutely love to be able to do guild missions and possibly going to Lost Precipice for the guild hall this Tuesday, just because we haven't done it.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can get some guild members on and stuff.
Yeah,
to do
so
things.
we'll actually like we'll try to remind each other so we remember to schedule that all out. But Thursday, I didn't play this Thursday because I just was completely drained this week. This week I have no idea. Like I remember thinking about it now, and it's not that I forgot to stream. Like I know I said in chat in the Discord server, you know, link in the down there. Like I remember sitting down, like I'm gonna stream. I do not have the energy for this.
Yeah.
So I played a Metroidvania game that I won from Bog Otter's stream called Sundered, which is gorgeous, and I highly recommend it.
Nice.
For like 20 minutes, and then we went to bed early, which was lovely, actually. So, but other than that, we'll be back for Talking Skritt next week, and we can go from there. So it's been great having you all, folks. You all have a fantastic evening, and we will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.